Thanks for having me. I'm Jarrett Skorup. I'm a policy analyst at the Mackinac Center free market economic think tank up in Midland. We oppose these bills both for principled and empirical reasons. In February of this year, the House Republican released their action plan, and this is what they said in regards to economic policy. To provide people with more opportunities, we will support a broad-based economic environment that is friendly to job creation and business group, no matter the size of the business. We're going to protect the taxpayers' investments by making sure the funds used by the MEDC are transparent to the public, directed towards long-term viability, help small businesses, and are not wasted picking winners and losers. These bills, the so-called Good Jobs Package, violates each of these principles. I'll go through them quickly. To provide people with more opportunities. These bills provide more opportunities for some by taking from the many. Even if you believe the promises made in this bill package, and all of our economic development bills in the past should suggest that you don't, at the end of the day, you have a state agency deciding which companies gets tax credits. Point two, we will support a broad-based economic environment friendly to job creation and business group, no matter the size of the business. These bills are narrowly tailored towards large corporations. Every 3 months, Michigan creates about 200,000 jobs and loses about 200,000 jobs. Hopefully we're creating more than we're losing. Lansing is going to pick and choose which of those gets a break. We're going to protect the taxpayers' investment, making sure the funds used by the MEDC are transparent, directed towards long-term viability, help small businesses, not wasted picking winners and losers. Transparent. As we sit here, the MEDC is paying out about $600 million from the past mega program and will not say who the money is going to or what the money is being used for. The agency is not compliant with current reporting requirements, and lawmakers that are asked to provide blanket authority to spend another $250 million. Help small businesses? These bills are for large firms. Not picking winners and losers? Some companies get breaks, others are on the hook for the cost. Testifying here today, I feel a little bit like the movie Groundhog Day, because I remember when we passed the mega program and we had a lot of the same groups and the same people making the same arguments. And in the meantime, the mega program created about 3% of the projects, met their projections, and only about 20% of the actual jobs came to be. But we don't have to look at mega. We have plenty of research showing the ineffectiveness of this type of program. There's been 5 studies on tax credit programs just in Michigan alone. 1 of them found that they were ineffective. 4 found that they were a net loss for the state of Michigan. In Kansas, they have the PEAK program, very similar to Good Jobs. This started in 2009. It encouraged firms to move into the state or expand. It allowed them to keep up to 95% of payroll on withholding taxes based on wages above county median. Just had a study come out. Nonpartisan Kauffman Foundation found that the incentives had no notable effect on the state of Kansas jobs or income. And this shouldn't be surprising. The economic literature on these things is almost unanimous that they're a bad idea. For a decade, Michigan was a national leader in what we consider bad economic policy, raising taxes broadly while giving breaks to specific companies or interests. My memory goes back a little bit further than Pete. I remember when, at least I know how to read for when Governor Engler started the initial mega program, and this has been a bipartisan problem in the state of Michigan. When Republicans took over the House and the governorship, it wisely moved away from this type of tax credit programs, and while we still offer subsidy programs, the amount of corporate welfare and credits have greatly declined. In those years, we've been a national leader in jobs and income growth. Let's not go back to repeating the mistakes of the past. Happy to take any questions.
Representative Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Why is it that all the academic and scholarly reports show that we should not be doing this, and yet there is always so much push to do this, in your opinion?
It provides, it always looks positive. I mean, in the point I made about there's a lot of job growth, creation, and destruction constantly all the time. So any incentive practice package is only talking about a small percentage of jobs. However, you do get a lot of job creating in the press release industry. So you get lots of press releases about jobs, and you get it very politically popular, and it makes you look good, frankly, to be seen as creating jobs and to be doing something. But the vast majority of economic activity happens outside of these types of programs, and it will continue to do so. And we think you should do a fair, free and fair system for everybody.
Seeing no further questions, thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.